Come on. How about that intro?
Come on.
We are stepping it up here.
Week by week.
Church. Just
Week by week.
taking ground.
That's right.
Isn't that just a picture of faith?
It is.
Right?
It
doesn't
is.
matter where you start. It matters where you're going to end up.
Step by step.
God just wants you to take a little step every day. That'll
That's right.
preach.
That's right.
This is a good sermon illustration. Hey, what's up? And welcome to Off the Record. I'm Pastor Ed Knoll.
I'm Pastor Brandon Major.
And this is our weekly conversation where we pull back the curtain on church life, what happens behind the scenes, how we think about ministry, and things just don't always fit into the Sunday service. We just want more time with everybody.
Right.
That's the plan. So we talk preaching, leadership, faith, life, and we have fun doing it. So
That's right.
Whether you are a pastor, a leader, or just someone curious about how the church works, you're in the right place. What's up, B?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
I'm good.
How's your week been? What you been up to?
You know what? I'm really hungry.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry.
Oh, yeah. This is day math 10
Is it
of
10?
the fast.
Is it 10?
I think it's 10, right? I hope it's 10.
We need to add.
Yeah, it's
1,
day
2,
it's day
3,
10.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How about that?
You look at your math.
Come on.
So
You hungry?
I'm hungry. I mean, if you're part of Amplify Church, you already know, but we're in the middle of our 14-day fast,
Yep.
right? We talked about this last week. What are you fasting again?
2 meals a day, so I'm eating once.
Eating one time a day.
So I actually get food.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Because last week you were a little rough.
Yeah.
You were, though.
I feel great.
You were.
I accidentally made myself a hot chocolate today, so I got.
Oh, does that count? Are you allowed to drink that?
So
You're allowed all beverages.
I have not been allowing anything sweet like this. But then I walked down here and I was like,
So you are breaking the fast live on the podcast.
No, I'm not, because I have coffee with sweetener and all that. So it hasn't been like a hard set rule.
Got it.
How's your fast?
My fast is going okay.
You're liquid only.
I'm doing liquid only.
Could I interest you in a hot chocolate?
You know what? I also
kidding.
haven't been doing sugary drinks. So
Yeah.
broth, tea, coffee. What other broths are there? Water.
Yeah.
Broth, tea, coffee, water. What else am I doing? I have allowed the occasional juice.
Oh, protein shake?
Oh, protein. I'll do protein powder and water. I have allowed the occasional juice, but I've only done 6-ounce cups at a time. And I also am doing juice that does not have any added sugars in it.
Nice.
Right? So it has to be pure orange juice, just natural orange juice.
Yeah.
The intro music, man, was a vibe today.
How about that?
That's
Come
great.
on.
But any natural juice. But that honestly has only been, I think I've had a cup of orange juice three days. But I do have to admit, I broke the fast one time.
Oh, no. What happened?
You already know, right?
I know.
I couldn't remember. What a great co-host.
I was going with you there.
What a great co-host. So I got to go to the Steelers football game
Come on.
Monday night.
Yep.
Playoff game. They lost.
Yeah.
They are out.
It's unfortunate.
They're done. Mike Tomlin's gone.
He's gone.
It's going to be a new
That's
era
what we
in
should
Pittsburgh.
talk about
We probably
today.
should be talking about
That's what
that.
people want to hear.
I'll be honest. I'm
Also-
happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it. Mike Tomlin is a phenomenal coach.
Mhm.
He's an even better human. I've heard him preach at Christian conferences, and he's a man of faith. His kids are following Christ. I mean, honestly,
He's
a
a
really
real
good
deal.
dude. Yeah, he's the real deal. Clearly well liked among people.
Yeah.
But as a football fan, you just need a change. Just gotta mix
every
it
once
up.
in a while you gotta throw something in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not a shot at him.
Get a little change.
It's not a shot at him.
Yeah.
I love that this podcast gives me a chance to share my sports takes. This is great.
We'll do a sports corner.
Oh,
I like that.
sports corner.
We're just figuring this out as we go.
Oh
friends.
my
So,
gosh, sports corner. Maybe we have to do that. Once baseball rolls around, man, I'm gonna have
This guy
some thoughts.
is in a fantasy football league for baseball. Deep in.
Yeah,
You were
fantasy baseball.
deep into it.
Yes,
And that's how many games?
Fantasy-
180 or something?
162 games.
It's crazy.
Even baseball fans I know are like, I can't believe you do fantasy baseball.
Yeah, it's kind of
deep.
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
deep. I end up knowing
It's his part-time
almost
job.
every player on every team.
That's crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
That's so
And
wild.
the type of league I play in with my friends,
Yeah.
it's a what's the phrase? It's a keeper league, so it stacks year over year. You can
Oh,
keep players.
yeah.
And so you actually have to be aware of up and coming players too.
Interesting.
Like they're in the minors and being drafted and all that. It's a lot.
While we're talking fantasy and while we're talking sports, why don't you update what ended up happening with your fantasy football leagues? This isn't the plan.
I didn't. We have to come back to the fast because I didn't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Come back to that. But
the fantasy.
This is
football
how our
league
conversations.
The fantasy football league is funny though. We could circle back to that.
Okay.
Okay. I broke my fast on Monday night.
Do that first
because it was 30 degrees out. It was freezing.
Yeah.
I was bundled up. I had 4 layers of pants on.
That's crazy.
I think three top, 2 pairs of gloves.
Wow.
You've had 2 pairs of gloves on this whole time, Lloyd? Do you know that reference?
I don't.
You're not.
I'll still laugh though.
Who's watching online? Does anyone get that reference? You've had 2 pairs of gloves on this whole time, Lloyd? That is the quote. I need to know.
Oh, Zach Thomas said he'd listen to you do a sports podcast.
Oh, that'd be great.
Anyway, go on.
That's from Dumb and Dumber, isn't it?
Thank you, producer Ian. Yes.
He does it again.
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, Lloyd, we're in the Rockies. Producer Ian, I just heard him laugh behind the door. That's great. So I was bundled up, but beforehand I met the group of guys that we were going with, and we were going to Permani Brothers, and I knew they were going. They knew I were fasting. They come to church, right? But I honestly was a little nervous. I've been doing really well, in the fast. Like I previously I've done 5. Well, like
I'm teasing.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah,
because previous to this I've done 5 days liquid only.
Yeah.
So this was a big jump.
That's really wild
to 14
to be able to just
days.
like that.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah.
And it was a year ago, the last time I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So on Monday, that was already 7 days in. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
But that's 7 days for my normal life.
Yeah.
Right. And so doing everything I'm doing, this is just to do normal life. I was a little nervous about standing in the cold and the calories that my body would need to generate the heat that I would need for the thing.
Yeah.
And so I decided to break it. And I had a meal prior to going and had like a turkey and cheese sandwich and some coleslaw. Like it just, I wasn't trying to gorge myself, but I just had something just to give my body something.
Yeah.
And I'm not disappointed that I broke it, but I was a little sad. Like, because I was doing so well. I really wanted to go to the game.
Maybe they would have won.
Maybe.
He would have kept fasting and praying.
The Lord would have been on their side.
I know.
So jumped back into it yesterday, but I'll tell you what, my body is like hurting now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like I triggered something, right? Like, okay, I've talked about how I felt addicted to food before. Yeah. And it's almost, that's the reason I'm fasting food. But it's like I gave myself a taste, and I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm so hungry. I want to eat. Like, I really want to eat.
Gonna have a nice Sunday lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the current plan, but I'm hungry. So we need to know how your fasts are doing. If you are in the chat, let us know. Producer Ian, how's your fast going?
It's going decent.
Oh, hey, shout out to intern Emma.
Intern Emma.
Fantastic.
Day one.
On the job.
Day one on the job.
So if something goes wrong, intern Emma.
That's right. It's not Ian anymore. It's not.
We'll just blame it on her. Ian, did you share last week what you were fasting?
I don't think I did. I'm fasting lunch, sugar, and social media. That's the plan. And it's going pretty good. I definitely also accidentally broke my fast last week. I forgot that ketchup has sugar in it, and I had a cheeseburger with ketchup and realized I broke my fast. So we're getting back on track.
Ian, could I interest you in a hot chocolate?
I love the admission.
Dude, I would die for a hot chocolate right now. Honestly, I was thinking the sugar part would be easy, and it is not easy. I am struggling these last couple days.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I'm very excited for the fast to be over. That's what I'm excited.
And expectant for the remainder of it.
Yeah.
That's what he said before.
Yes.
Yeah. Very expectant for the next couple of days.
I am. Truthfully, and we talked about this last week too, and I hope you're doing this in your personal fast. It is abstaining from things. It's replacing it with faith, right? And I do believe that I've been more leaned in with the Lord
Amen.
These 14
Amen.
days, because you just have a greater focus.
Right.
You can't do anything else. I'm hungry a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like, what else am I going to do? Like, Jesus, please help me.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Amen.
Excited for that. Zach did get Dumb and Dumber in the chat. So
did he?
Really, really happy that.
Hey, way to go, Zach.
That happened. Have you ever seen Dumb and Dumber?
No.
Okay. We need an off the record
Is it
movie
old?
night. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, probably 90s.
I'm looking it up.
It probably was out before you were born.
Oh, this looks old.
Oh my god.
1994. I was negative 4 years old when this movie
looks
came out.
old. Wow. That's just that's the reality.
Wow.
It's reality.
Wow.
Anyways, you asked about my fantasy football.
Yes, this is what we really come here for. Okay, fantasy football. How'd it end?
I'm in 4 leagues. Finished second, third, and fourth. But
Wait, say it again?
Second, third, and fourth
Wow.
in my 4 leagues.
So you just couldn't get the dub.
Couldn't get the
You just
dub.
couldn't pull it off.
But
Not close.
in the league that I'm in with majority church people,
Yeah,
some
that I
staff,
dropped out of.
You dropped out
He was
of.
very mad.
A lot of young people. I don't know if anyone in the chat is watching this right now that was in this league. Last year I won.
Yeah.
This year my wife joined the league as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's 16 teams in it.
Mm-hmm.
I made the championship and Katie made the championship. And let's just say
People talking about the NFL being rigged. I'm calling crap here.
it
The
was.
two Knowles
Here's the thing.
somehow in the church league get first and second place. Totally clean.
Dude, there's no way I could have rigged that.
What type of
I'm not the
trades
commissioner.
you making?
Oh, we didn't have any
what type
trades.
of pressures
We
you
had
putting
no
on people?
But even if we did, for both, I can understand if you say, like, she's giving me all my players so I get there. Like, that could be rigged. We both made it to the championship, and we played each other, and she beat me. So, did I help Katie at all with the draft? No one will ever know. Did I help Katie with her acquisitions throughout the season and who to start each week? The world will never know.
Yeah.
Am I going to show up to the draft next year with a first and second place medal around my neck?
The world will know.
The world will know that. I'm very happy about that.
That's impressive. I came in 12th.
In that
In my
other
one league.
Oh,
I had one
gosh.
league, and I came in 12th out of 16. So,
Hey, Don Miller said it's been nice to be off Instagram, spend more time playing piano and in the Word.
amen.
Come on. Kudos to you.
Dom just started a YouTube channel. Shout out Dom Miller.
Hey, shout out.
I don't know the handle of it, but Dom, you can plug it in our chat.
So many people doing social media. We said that last week.
Yeah.
So many people doing social media, which me and you are not. We're both on it.
Yeah.
Did you see our social team, shout out Gabrielle and the social team, about their post of everyone that's fasting social media this week? That was so funny.
Yeah, that was really good.
I appreciated that.
Yep.
I appreciated that. Hey,
Don't go look at it if you're fasting.
it is officially time for the Sunday Rewind. Come on. I'm so pumped for our animations and graphics and sounds.
You really are.
I am. We got to give all credit where credit is due. That's producer Ian.
Producer Ian.
Can I do this?
Sure.
Isn't that a thing?
I don't know.
Intern Emma is dying right
Wait,
now.
cut the camera. Ian, do you know what he's talking about? Oh,
They don't know.
The golf clap? Is that what
No.
he's doing? Or I don't know what he's doing.
yeah.
Clock it. Thank you,
What is
Intern
it?
Emma.
What's that mean?
Intern
I'm
Emma
uninformed.
knows.
Oh, we're out of the loop. Ian.
Clock it. That's what it
Okay,
is.
Yeah. I'll
Clock
start doing that.
I saw also social team. I saw our Instagram clocking it this week.
Okay, for those who don't know, I know, but clocking it would define that.
Like, that's legit.
Oh,
Like,
legit.
Yeah, like
Okay. All right. Okay.
it's like amen. Like, yes, that's good.
It's
That's
talk
right.
back.
Yes, it's
Okay.
talk back.
Okay.
Clock
okay.
it.
Got it.
You know, if I say something good, like you can yell
So on
clock it
Sunday-
on Sunday. Yes.
Oh, I should.
but you gotta do the
clock
little. I don't know what this little. I don't know. But you
Okay.
gotta do that.
Okay. But you were saying our social team
I don't remember.
has
what
just
I was
been knocking
saying.
out of the park during the
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
So
Eh,
killing
Oh
it.
no, that was for Ian. clock Ian's work. Yes.
I don't understand this clocking it. I'm just gonna give up.
I don't understand either. It's okay.
I'm out on this.
Wow.
I really tried to follow you there.
Wow.
Okay. Sunday Rewind.
Sunday Rewind. What do we think about Sunday, man?
Fantastic. Did you hear this good preacher we had again? We brought him back 2 weeks in a row. He's kind of a big deal.
What did I talk about?
You talked about relationships and the foundation. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. And the ordering of that is very critical, very important.
That's right. I forgot what I preached.
I liked it. See, it stuck
You
with me.
did.
I didn't even write that down.
That is
right there.
That's impressive. You know what's interesting about that, and we've talked about this off the pod. People don't usually remember what we preach, and we're not offended by that.
Yeah.
There is this reality that even when I go and listen to sermons, even if I take notes,
Yeah.
life goes on.
Yeah.
You get into the Word, you're reading other things, you're doing other things, you just forget. And by the next Sunday, it is like, oh, what was that week about? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard. And to some degree, I think you can look at it and say, like, well, do we feel sad about that? Like, we put so much time into these sermons.
Yeah.
And the truth is, people usually don't remember what we preach. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, we've talked offline about the idea that are we going to get into the whole meal thing?
Yeah.
That each message is a meal to people, and it's like there are some times where you go out to a really nice place and you have a nice dinner, and you clock that meal. You know, did I use that right?
You clock.
You
that.
remember it. You
I don't
know
that you did.
And you know it.
Was that the proper usage?
No,
I don't think so.
It wasn't. You clock that meal. That is not it.
I
dude.
tried. I'll try again later in the pod. But there are some meals that are memorable, and then there are other meals that are just sustenance, and they're both important. They're both great. They just serve different purposes. And the truth is,
do you remember every meal you've ever eaten?
Oh no,
right?
Yeah, I don't remember what I ate before the fast.
Right.
But it's kind of the same with messages. It's like, okay, some of them are really going to hit some people, and they'll remember that for years. Like there are people who I'm sure remember something you preached 10 years ago,
right?
Because that message was the Lord speaking right to them.
Probably the concept too, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they remember a single line. It is possible.
Parts within it.
Yeah.
The majority of time, though, you're feeding people a meal, and
Yes.
and we still need it, and it's still good, and it's still nutritional.
Yes.
But it might not be the same memorability that some others do. So, that's kind of how I view it. I don't get offended. Hopefully, you just believe. Also, the Bible says to hide His word in your heart, right? And when we do that, like when we show up, clock it. It is.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
how we
a
do
good
it.
usage.
Hide the word in your heart. And when we do that, like how many times we hear it all the time, like, man, I didn't intentionally memorize this verse or intentionally remember this thing from a message, but whenever I needed it, because I hid it in my heart, because I showed up to church, because I still leaned into the message. I've got this friend, Jordan, who I think we're going to have on the podcast at some point. Call him in. It's in our notes. But
shout out Jordan.
No matter, he could sit in the same exact message 15 times, and each and every time he'll sit there with his notepad and he'll be, "Whew, that's good." And it's genuinely a fresh thing, because when you go in with, man, I'm going to be fed, and I'm going to be better, it's hiding it in your heart. So then whenever you need it, you have it. So yeah, that's my
honestly, the concept that every message is a meal was such a blessing to me as a communicator.
Yeah,
because I frequently would have a little bit of anxiety around bringing a word because I want it to be good. Or I want people to like it, right? And there is certainly a level of effort that I'm putting into my preparation alongside faith and expectation and leaning on the Lord and prayer. And so there is a reality of that's not a bad thing for me wanting to present well.
Yeah.
But sometimes that anxiety can overwhelm me.
Yeah.
Right. And the idea that it's a meal calms my soul. Like God's going to use this however he wants to use it. It will feed each person how they are meant to be fed.
Yeah.
All I got to do is be faithful to preach it.
Yeah.
And it also just gave me confidence in however much time I was really able to invest into the word. man, that was ordained too. Like
Yeah.
God was with me in all of that. And so I just go up with confidence and say it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why you also can't base how you feel about a message on the feedback you get. You know, it is so, it's nice whenever you get the, oh, that really spoke to me. Oh, I really appreciated that. Or that really, you know, changed something in my life. But how oftentimes is God doing real work beneath the surface?
Right.
People don't even necessarily realize,
Right.
but it's still a meal.
Right.
And they still, it's still adding value. So,
Yeah, that's good.
It's interesting. Your message Sunday was great though.
Well, what's so funny is the reason I brought that up is because I couldn't even remember, you know, what I preached last week, right? Sitting here. But I thought it was a great Sunday. You know, we've been blown away by what God's been doing in this last season of how many people just want to be in the building. And I keep saying this, but we I think just finalized the numbers for 2025, the giving metrics.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to share it with the church. I'm not sharing it now. I got to tease it though. Got to tease it that we'll be celebrating a lot about what God did through our generosity. I'm really excited about that. But as we just kick off the year, it's like, it does feel like there's a leaned in, just, I don't even know, something in the atmosphere. And I felt it on Sunday, you know, like the room just felt leaned in.
Expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. And me and you talk, like, there are some weeks where maybe the room shows up and it everyone feels a little reserved.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There are many weeks I almost resign.
Can't say that.
I'm teasing. I'm joking.
And on Sunday, there was like that crazy windstorm blizzard thing that happened here, like right before church happened.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Yes. And anytime that happens,
9:30.
not judging people, anytime that happens,
Sure.
people, you know, sometimes choose to stay home or whatever. But people showed up, they came full of faith, and I don't know, like it was just a great Sunday.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So we talked about, you know, we're back in our New Year Now What series and loving the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. And I talked about preaching in that order. And I said this like on stage, but I hadn't, prior to prepping this sermon, I don't think I had put a ton of effort into the first versus the second. I just hadn't. Like I typically hold those things together in parallel.
Yeah.
Because that's how
love
you read.
the Lord, love others.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all one thing.
Yeah.
But when I dug into the Greek, it was like, and I'm not obviously I presented that, but when I personally was digging into it, I was like, oh man, like this is so much more than what God intended for us to normally mean it and understand about these verses.
It's good.
And if you didn't listen, the concept is the word first in Matthew 22 contains a notion of preeminence or you know, foundational purpose. And more though than that, and I said this on Sunday, that there are different words in the Greek that mean like before and after. Yeah. That are just purely sequential. And it's like that is not what he's trying to say. This is not just a sequential list. Yeah. It's like, no, this is everything. Yeah. You know? So hopefully that came across and it was meaningful for people.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought that was great. How oftentimes whenever you're prepping, is it every single week when you're prepping the word that you feel like you really get a new revelation of something? Or are there some weeks where you feel like, oh, okay, I didn't necessarily get anything new from the Lord, but it's still really good? Does that make sense?
It does.
I don't know if
it does.
That right?
Man, it's hard to quantify maybe how often that does happen.
Yeah.
I mean, every time that I've given a word recently, it feels like I come up with a way to say something that's new that energizes me, and I think it's going to be meaningful for someone else. Is that a new thing for me? Definitely not always. Yeah. Right? Like there are just maybe some things that I'm a little bit more mature in a certain area that I actually feel way more authority to teach on. You know, this week I'm teaching on a topic that I think is I'm preaching to myself as much as I'm preaching to anyone else.
Yeah, tease it for a minute.
All right. I'm preaching on making God the foundation of your physical health.
Come on.
And the reality that people tend to separate physical health from spiritual health. And I just don't know that we should be doing that. I think there's endless biblical evidence
Nope, we got to end it right there.
Okay.
You can't give too much away.
All right.
Yeah, you got to get to church on Sunday if you want to hear more.
Can I say one thing that I don't know that if I'm saying it yet?
Sure.
And I shout out Dr. Will Cole, attender of the
DWC,
church.
big fan.
And mega superstar, doctor to the stars, Dr. Will Cole. I heard him say.
That's his Instagram bio, actually.
Yeah, he should be if it's not. I heard him say, as Christians, how can we say God lives inside of us and feed him crap? Which I just thought was really funny.
Actually, so
I know it's a little theological if you're not actually feeding God, but it's funny. I thought it was funny. So shout out Dr. Will Cole. So no, I'm excited for it. And honestly, even as I'm prepping it, like I'm fired up. Like I'm ready to bring it, and I'm not even done. I'm like not even a third of the way done. Yeah. But I am fired up about it, and so I do feel like there are some things that even I'm learning.
Amen.
I definitely came to that Greek understanding of the word first last week, and that was brand new to me, and I brought it right to the church. But sometimes I'll learn that stuff just in my daily reading, and I might not teach on that thing until, who knows when.
Yeah, months later. Yeah.
So it's not always right within the prep that I learn.
Yeah, that's really good.
What about you?
I'm excited for same. Probably
Is it
same
same?
answer.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this week.
Yeah.
Your past 2 messages, man, they've hit. You had this moment this past Sunday when you started getting into the idea of singleness, and all the single people in the room,
they were like,
my moment.
They were.
Clock it. That's right. And so let's hit on that a little bit, because I know there might be some more that you want to share as it relates to that, and it's in our thumbnail, so we kind of have to.
I know, we have to talk about it. The people loved singleness. Do we have producer Ian? It's time. You know what time it is?
What time?
It's time for the cutting room floor. I don't know if we have
I don't think we do.
No, I think we have a lower third, but I don't know if we.
It's there. You just didn't see
we
it.
can't see
okay.
It's on a full screen.
I don't have a
it's
cool
not a full
screen thing for that yet.
But we have a little thing.
Cutting room floor.
It's great. I did talk about singleness to an extent.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is necessarily qualifies for the cutting room floor, but there was
take off the lower third.
What's that?
I said take off the lower third. It's not the cutting room floor.
You know what? Well, we could also, if you want to go, another segment we have, script versus spirit. Maybe this is it.
Yeah.
We'll come back to cutting room floor, Ian. Script versus spirit. I got into the reality of singleness, and when I saw the response from the crowd, that energized me up. So a lot of the stuff that I actually said about singleness on Sunday was right in the moment.
Yeah.
I would say it was spirit versus more than my script. And so I ended up leaning in to what the crowd was responding, because I do feel like singleness is just constantly looked as a stepping stone to my eventual courtship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the majority of people, that probably will be true. Mm-hmm. There probably will be a relationship in your future. There probably will be marriage in your future, but it is not for everybody. Right. That is distinctly true. We have members of our church today, both young and old, who are single and have been single the majority of their adult lives, and maybe single until they die.
Yeah.
And if you talk to those people, especially the seasoned saints, none of them are talking about that this is a punishment or a step. It's the Lord has been good to them.
Yeah.
I know other people in the church right now who are widows. Oh my gosh, I forgot to talk about this. I got into all that stuff on Sunday about what does it really mean to put Jesus first as the foundation. And I was even talking about, can he really be ahead of your spouse and be ahead of your kids? That was hard to teach. Honestly. And I felt a thickness in the air, not a bad thickness, but all right, we're going to sit in the reality of what this means together. And to be truthful, it's isn't that such a difficult thing to understand? How do we actually love Jesus more than our spouse? Or how do we actually, I know you don't have kids yet, but how do we actually love Jesus more than kids? That's a hard thing to grasp and reality to understand. And so I got to get into all of that. And the type of person that gave me the most compliments on Sunday were widows.
Mm.
And it was 4 distinct conversations of people who have lost their spouse who came up to me and were extremely complimentary of how I presented those topics. And that made me feel great. I don't say that to pat myself on the back, but I felt so proud that I was able to talk about it in a way that was meaningful for them, you know, because certainly for them that was hard and they had to really process that, you know?
Yeah.
So that was meaningful. I think the other part, back to Scripture Spirit, was the singleness, you know, and the reality. And I even made a joke, like we should do a whole message on it.
Yeah.
And you and I, like when we're planning series, we've talked before about doing like a whole week just on marriage.
Yeah.
And we've shied away from it because we've thought it doesn't necessarily hit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so singleness wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But what do you think about
I like
a
both.
future series,
Why not do
doing
both?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be meaningful, even if it doesn't hit everyone. You know, I think we should.
Yeah. Let's
So,
do it.
We can
Lock
do
it in. Clock it.
Okay, that kind of works. It kind of works. Theology of singleness, though, it's like, I said this on Sunday. There is a tug on our souls to deeply love our spouses, and for me also my kids.
Yeah.
There is a temptation to love the people in front of you that you physically see and touch. It is so easy to love them more than God. It just is.
Yeah.
I think that's why Jesus said, you know, to basically leave your father and mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the exact quote that he says?
Well, where are you talking here?
It's in Matthew where if anyone does not,
You talking about hate their?
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that's because that's bold.
It's bold. I think it's him drawing a contrast, which is where you were going with this,
Right.
It's him saying comparatively to how much you love me, any love for anybody else should look like hatred, because that's how much you should love me. He's not saying to hate people, but yeah, I think that's everything you were preaching on Sunday, which is, the temptation is real when you're married to put that person first. And like I said this at our wedding, but like the thing I love most about Kendall is that she doesn't love me the most. She loves Jesus most, right? And as long as that's the case, I know that she'll be able to love me well. I think that was like in my vows or something. It's kind of weird, but that is the truth.
That's what I preached.
100% what you preached.
Jesus says, if anyone comes to me and does not hate father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, such a person cannot be my disciple.
Yeah.
Preach on that.
Yeah, I just gave you my.
So it's not actually hate.
It's not actually hate.
It's the
It's him
contrast.
drawing a contrast of, compared to him, here's how much you should love
Right.
him compared to anything
Right.
else. So I think that that temptation is real. You don't have that when you're single, but you have other battles when you're single too. So each season of life, I feel like it's easy to glamorize other seasons and to think always grass is greener on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, maybe the reason you're in this season is because it's exactly where God wants you.
Amen.
You know?
There's also that reality, though, if you're single and, what do you think about what Paul says if you're overwhelmed with lust?
Yeah.
Get married.
He's been,
I would.
It's like,
Probably-
if you're overwhelmed, just pick someone.
I know. I probably would not give that advice. Is that what he means? Just pick anybody?
No, not anybody.
Lower your standards?
Make sure they love the Lord, and then pick them.
Oh my gosh. Because I've also taught many young people and single people that just getting married will not solve your lust issues. Right.
Yeah.
But if you're new to the word, you might read what Paul says there and think that's kind of what he's hinting at, and it's not.
Yeah.
I do think there is a global understanding there of trying to understand what you struggle with as a single person and how do I solve it.
Sure.
And then same thing as a married person, how do I solve it? It just depends on what season of life you're in.
Yeah.
And trying to understand based on the fact that I'm single or based on the fact that I'm married, what are the things that I'm going to be challenged with?
Yeah.
And there is a reality. If I am married, I will be tempted to love my spouse more than Jesus.
Yeah.
I will be.
Yeah.
I will be.
Yeah.
Now time for the cutting room floor.
Okay.
Because this is what I did not get to
jumped the
hit.
gun there.
No, it's okay. I didn't get to hit any of the truth and reality of this on Sunday. Like, I just didn't have time. I ran out of time. Because I closed at the end. What did I say? I said this idea that that when we love God, it's not loving people less, but it's allowing us to love them better by loving him first.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you just said about Kendall's vows, or your vows about
Yeah.
Kendall.
Yeah.
And I do think that people might not fully grasp, and I gave some like conceptual ideas that people are free to be loved, not leaned on and stuff. But I do think there is this reality that when you love Jesus first, it allows you to love the people in your life better.
Yeah.
And I didn't get into any of that.
Yeah. So what's that look like?
Well, one of the examples that I had I was thinking of Katie and I was thinking of Piper. Those were the two that immediately came to mind for me.
Sorry, Harrison.
Yeah, sorry, Harrison. My little girl, full-time special needs, she can be challenging. And it can be really difficult to maintain patience with her on a day-to-day basis. In my own strength, in who I am, in my own humanity, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I need the supernatural power of God. Like, I need him on my life to make sure that I am actually able to love Piper the way that she is supernaturally meant to be loved.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Katie, but fill in the blank for any of our spouses. Your spouse isn't going to be perfect, right? And your spouse is going to not always please you. Katie does. She's great. She's perfect. But yours is.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy work.
Sorry, Kendall. You are perfect too. Other people's spouses.
Kendall's like,
not
for the
ours.
record. Wait, let's get this clear. For the record, there's like nobody in the church who will have your back more than Kendall.
I know.
will,
I'm so sorry,
and
Kendall.
you just blasted her. Like
Here's
that.
the thing.
Coming from Kendall, like, that's crazy.
I know. I was so focused on making sure I was honoring Katie above and beyond that I messed that up.
Yeah.
So I apologize.
Go on.
No one has perfect spouses but us.
Right. There we go.
And you will experience things in your marriage where you are not always happy.
Yeah.
In our humanity, it becomes like oh my gosh, what am I trying to say here? Like a 50-50. Like, that's how people talk about it. Marriage is 50-50. But actually, it's like, even when my spouse is not giving her full weight, let's say, maybe work is really hard. Maybe they're dealing with something mentally. Maybe they're just not able to be fully present, intellectually, physically, whatever the case, during a season of your marriage. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't also be fully 100% in at that time.
Right.
You don't get to take a season off just because your spouse might be struggling with something. Yeah. So even if they're going through something and they're not maybe providing everything I need from me, I'm still going to show up.
Yeah, when one falls down.
Yeah, come on. Right. Yeah. So it's like, that shows up. Kendall catching strays. I'm so sorry. Kendall. Literally, Kendall was like my favorite person in the whole world. I did not mean that.
No, it wasn't a Go
okay.
On,
I got to show up, and you got to show up. And I wish I would have had some extra time on Sunday to say, it does not matter. If you specifically, I'm thinking about marriage. It does not matter if you feel like your spouse is pulling any weight right now. You show up. Yeah. You be the spouse that you're called to be. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm not going to back off because maybe they're backing off or something. Again, it could be for whatever reason, but I'm going to show up. Yeah. Right.
Amen.
And so I didn't get to get into any of that, and I'm a little sad.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got 52 weeks a year, so
I know
you'll have plenty of time to dive in.
Anything else off the top of your head of like, loving Jesus first allows us to love people better? Like friendship.
Yeah.
Dating. We probably could come up with some examples.
100%. I think that, not necessarily. I think that you have to be filled with him daily to truly represent him. authentically.
Yeah.
You've got to. So I think it just comes down to that. Yeah, put the other person first. All of those things, but really make sure that that's your priority. So I don't think so. I am curious to hear your thoughts a little bit. I kind of want to just dive into this singleness thing a little bit more.
Sure.
If you had to give, for people listening, maybe they're single, but they don't want to be, okay? Maybe they're single, and it is like constantly at the top of their mind, the fact that, oh, I'm single and I don't have somebody, and I just want to be with somebody, and I want to be loved, and all these things. Okay, you have like a minute to give them encouragement and hope and maybe some vision for their life. What are you telling them?
If you believe that is a word from God, you believe he's actually said that, you believe that that is, definitively in your future.
Okay, but even that, wait, pause right there. Because
be cautious.
But how do you know, yes, this is definitely something the Lord has spoken to me? Because you're not going to see in the word, Ed Knoll married 20, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Those are two, okay,
I did ask you two very different questions.
Those are two separate questions.
Take the last one first.
How do I know something's from the Lord?
Yeah. If it's not in the word.
I don't know that I don't know that there has been more than one instance in my life that I was certain was from the Lord. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm cautious that I'm certain of anything that I think the Lord may said. I want to make sure that it's settled in my spirit. Like I got a peace in my spirit. Does it do I confirm it against the word, right? Like if it's he's not going to tell you to do something sinful. Yeah. Right. So match it up against the word, make sure it fits there. Yep. Talk to other people that I trust and know that have my best interests, who are also following the Lord and aiming to seek him. And I will share that and see their opinions of it. Yeah. So I think you can use different metrics to try and find out, like, do I really believe this is the Lord? Yeah. So is there a chance that the guy could tell you will be married one day? Yeah, it is. Is it possible that you could be wrong on that? Certainly. Right. But I'm 37. I thought I was 38 the other day, and this is so awesome when you lose track of how old you are, because I feel like I just gained a whole year of my life, by the way.
I mean, when you start getting that high, does it really matter?
Well, now I'm catching strays. I did make fun of your wife, so I guess that
you got that one.
Yeah, it was your husbandly duty.
Yeah, I clocked it.
That's how he knows about Dumb and Dumber.
What?
Yeah,
that's how he knows about Dumb and Dumber. Brandon was negative 4 years old.
That was his heyday.
Oh yeah. So. Anyways, I only know of one time in my life that I feel like it was certainly God. So
yeah. Okay, anyway. But someone gets that word right.
Okay, you feel like it's certain.
Yep.
At that point, then, if you are so certain, then there's trust in the Lord, right? You have to trust in His timing. Yeah. And I'm going to go out on a ledge and assume that said individual probably maybe has seen the faithfulness of God in another area of their life. Yeah. Right. They've seen him show up, or they can look back. Maybe they need to learn about the faithfulness of God and learn, about in God's word about how, you would remember God's faithfulness through specific physical sign, right? Like you can set up memories. I think a lot of people use journals for things like that. We're not making mounds of stones like the Israelites did. But you can use methods to remember the faithfulness of God. If you can remember the faithfulness of God, then apply it to your future. Come on. Right? That should be your greatest source of strength for faith moving forward.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And make the most of the time. So if you're single, make the most of it, right? Like it isn't some setback. You're actually being married is so great. It's awesome. I'm so glad, like all of that. However, when you're single, and I can imagine before you have kids, you've got probably so much more bandwidth and capacity that you don't even realize, right? Whereas right now, if you're single, genuinely make the most of that time, because you can start your life going a whole career path or a whole ministry path or all these different things that you just frankly won't have the capacity for when you do get married. So make the most of the day, make the most of the time. Yeah. Would be my thoughts.
That's good. Hey, we only got about 15 minutes left.
Okay.
All right. So we gotta do our thing that we've been literally waiting to do.
We're doing it.
It's in our title. We are gonna do a Bible translation draft.
Hit it, Ian.
He doesn't have. Hold on, wait. I was looking at the segments. You know what we could call this one just for today, even though we were planning on calling it that, is the unedited take.
The unedited take. I like
We do
that.
have that.
Oh, okay.
Look at that.
Hit it, Ian.
It's that.
Oh, okay.
Which I like. It's great.
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do. We did this on our pre-show on the first episode ever. That was like our teaser show. We did a draft.
We did.
It was fast food draft.
Yeah, which we should do again.
We need to bring back.
Yeah.
We got to bring back for the live studio audience.
Yep.
But we're gonna shift. We're gonna do a Bible translation draft today.
Whew.
Talking about our preferred Bible translations. Maybe we can even get into Bible translations we would recommend avoiding.
Oh boy.
As well as part of this conversation.
Oh.
So
it's gonna get dicey.
It's gonna be draft 3 Bible translations.
Okay.
Snake draft. Do you want producer Ian? How confident do you feel? Do you want to be included in the Bible translation draft?
I don't feel qualified for this one for sure.
All right. He did participate in the fast food.
He did.
So we'll use it for that.
He's qualified for that.
So it's just us. We need to figure out who's going first.
Yeah.
And who's picking second.
I have wanted few things more in life than this first pick. So
here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to randomizer.
Okay.
Enter names. Ed, Brandon, randomize. You get first pick.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Here's the deal. Here's
Did
why
you
I
want
wanted
first
this.
pick?
Yeah, I wanted first pick really bad. Oh wait, I have not made notes for this podcast at all the whole time we've done it until today with my Bible translation. So hold on while I pull this up. So here's the deal. I'm about to do you dirty because I'm confident I know your top 3. I definitely know your top 1. And it's not my top 1, but it's in my top 3.
So you just want to snipe it?
So I got to get it early, and I'm also taking your top pick. So I'm going to lock in the NIV. I got the NIV. Let's go.
The NIV. So you're taking it because you're sniping it off of me, but it is in your top 3.
It would be in my top 3. Yes.
Wait, where would it rank?
It would rank 3rd.
3rd. Okay.
Yes.
NIV, thought for thought. Can you explain? Do you off the top of your head? Can you explain thought for thought versus word for word? Translation.
Thought. So I mean, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. The one like the NIV would kind of sit in the middle of that, but I'm trying to think like
it's more thought for thought.
Something like I'm gonna look here. Like the NLT would be a paraphrase, more thought for thought. Hey, here's the concept it's trying to say. Let me, in a way, kind of like.
Oh, I would not call the NLT a paraphrase. I would say it's a thought for thought translation.
Okay,
and this is really important because one of the things
you're right.
I'm going to criticize later calls itself a translation, but it is a paraphrase.
Okay, yeah, that's very fair. It's between there though. It's.
You think it? No,
I'd put it in between there. Okay, so thought for thought NIV. This is going to be the
and pretty much everybody considers NLT thought for thought. No one considers NLT.
I'm saying if it's on a scale, it's in the middle. It's your
it's way more thought for thought. It's nowhere near word for word.
Thought for thought, and if we get paraphrase, it's somewhere in here.
You think it's leaning a little more? Whatever. You can have that.
Okay.
You can have that.
It's nothing scandalous.
It's not. It's not.
I did misspeak. It would be thought for thought.
It's thought.
The thought for thought is very.
Thought for thought would look at it
translatable.
Yeah.
So that you can understand it. The word for word is going to be your. This is exactly. Bam, bam, bam.
Thought for thought would look at like an entire sentence and say, how can I translate this sentence into modern day English in a way that's exactly how we would read it today?
Yeah.
Word for word is literally going to be going word for word in the Greek and try to replacing it.
Yeah.
But when you do that, things get out of order. They use different tenses. And so you have to have a little bit of change in the translation.
Yeah.
There is endless evidence that we can trust English translations over Greek and Hebrew. And honestly, the majority of anything we're going to use today, all of them probably use, very similar source texts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dead Sea Scrolls, Masoretic text, Septuagint. They're all pretty much using the exact same stuff.
Yeah.
But there's different scholars who go in and read that and do it. So thought for thought, word for word. Word for word, it tends to be a little bit more accurate, right? So thought for thought can take a little bit further liberties, which I think was your point.
Creative
you
freedom.
That's
but
kind of
it's
your
still
point.
holding true to the intent and the meaning. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm locking that in.
Okay. Dang.
Was I right? That was your one?
It's yes.
Definitely.
It's the one. It's NIV is what
Preach from it every week.
NIV is what I preach from because I believe I don't want to spend time explaining why something sounds weird. I already feel like people's time is one of their most valuable resources. I don't want to waste it.
Sure.
And so if I'm teaching a word, I don't want to have to spend time explaining why this sounds Old English, right?
Yeah.
So I am not anti King James Version, but I wouldn't use the King James Version to preach from because which King James oldest English translation.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to explain that. So that's why I use NIV, and then because of that, I tend to read the NIV as my daily.
Yeah.
But
you're gonna take my
dude. I don't know.
So limited.
See,
there's like a golden 5.
You sniped me.
I feel like I know what Brandon's number one pick is.
You know what my number one is.
And you do like the NIV. You just said it's your third.
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
But in the 2 and the 3 slot, I know exactly where I'm going for both of them.
Okay.
There's only 3 versions of the Bible that I have sitting behind my desk that I would grab to go preach from. All right. You took one of them. All right. You took the NIV. So with my 2 and then my snake draft third pick,
Wait, you get 3 back to back?
I get 2 back to back.
Okay.
I get 2 back to back. I'm taking the CSB.
Dang it.
Christian Standard Bible.
Right?
Which
so good.
Shout out to Holman who produces the CSB. They make some of the prettiest Bibles. Speaking of prettiest Bibles, shout out to Tim Wildsmith, one of my favorite YouTube channels.
Hey.
He he talks literally about like the Bible and like different Bibles that are being produced. I'm like obsessed with it.
We'll have him on if you guys run it up to 1 million likes. So
this gets big enough.
That'll get us.
We will have him. Honestly, he's also a pastor. I honestly could probably just message him and he would be like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
If I say we're going to talk about the Bible, he would definitely do it.
Yeah.
No, he's a cool dude. His channel is awesome. Highly recommend it. If you literally are in the market for a Bible, I would recommend Tim Wildsmith's channel. So I'm taking the CSB. The CSB is it's to me it is in between the NIV and the ESV. Okay, if you think about the spectrum of that, NIV is thought for thought. ESV, which neither of us have drafted yet, is word for word. Okay. CSB is kind of right in the middle of that.
Yeah.
And I've loved the way that the CSB tends to word some things. I think it's a really nice balance between the word for word and thought for thought. Like it just kind of lands in the middle of that.
Yeah.
It reads super smooth. Again, I actually, my favorite Bible that I own right now, literally physical Bible.
Yeah.
Is a Holman Christian Standard Bible.
Yeah.
And, what does
Is
your
it
Bible?
a newer translation?
It's on a. We can see when it was released.
Yeah.
I bet you ESV is newer.
CSB was officially published in 2017.
ESV published
the older Holman Christian Standard Bible. I don't have a date. 2004.
ESV was published in 2001.
Interesting. Okay.
So right about the same.
Yeah.
ESV was also based off the RSV. Which RSV is from 1971.
Okay. Well, that one hurt. I'm
CSB.
a little bit upset. And if you do a double snipe here at me,
I'm clearly going to.
But don't do it. Don't do what. Okay, God.
One of the reasons I like the CSB, and actually a lot of people like the CSB for this reason, and probably like the ESV also for the same reason, that the NIV gets criticized for, is how they sometimes use gender neutral. NIV will sometimes use gender neutral terminology where the CSB and ESV will use more gender accurate terminology. So that's just one thing. Clearly, my number 2 pick, the ESV. There it is.
Have a great rest of your show. I'm out. Man,
See, as much as you wanted
those
to
were my
snipe,
2 and
I
3
know.
I didn't think we were doing a snake. I thought I'd get your snipe.
No.
You take a good one and I get it
No.
back. That sucks.
No.
Man. Ah.
ESV, I think, is clearly both of our favorite word-for-word translation.
Yes.
Um,
I love that. I picked that to preach from.
yeah.
It's dirty.
I feel
You're
like
just-
you go back and forth between ESV and NIV.
I
though.
think you're just in this for the clicks, Ed.
you should have picked
That
ESV then.
ESV is not in your top
You wanna
3.
trade?
I have never
Yes, it
heard.
is.
I've never heard in 6 years
How dare you?
you use a single ESV text before, ever.
Because
This is you just sniping me.
No, it is not a spite snipe. I got an ESV
Okay.
sitting behind me. And my favorite study Bible is the ESV study Bible.
Okay. all
Now,
right.
I've recently got an NIV study Bible, though, that D.A. Carson is one of the editors on. And that is really, really growing on me.
Yeah.
So it's one we recently sold here at the church in the cafe.
Yeah.
But I do really like that. But I don't know that I can go against my ESV study Bible. We have 3 of them in our house. 3 of
Wow.
the ESV study Bibles in our house.
Dang.
And one of them is like the nice leather one. It's really, really beautiful. But,
Yeah.
no, I love the ESV.
That was good.
it
That was
is-
a good round.
It is the preferred translation of the Reformed.
Interesting. Maybe I need to give it up.
So you can't say that. So, anyways, that's one of the reasons that I. All right.
So okay.
We got 4 minutes.
We have 4 minutes. I got to move quick. So I get the last 2 here. Like I get to go 2,
You get
3.
2, and then I get the final one.
Okay. Well, I really.
Dude, this is hard. What else to
That
pick?
threw me off. I didn't.
I know what I'm picking.
Okay.
And we have to talk about what we don't recommend, so we got to go quick.
Okay. I'm gonna say. I'm looking at a chart of these. I don't know. That was like the top 3.
I have 2 more that I would take with my last pick, but you'll probably take one of them.
Brandon, you have
I'm
2
gonna
minutes or
go-
2 seconds to make
okay.
a take, or you just lose the vote.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go New King James,
Okay.
and I'm going to go.
Dude, wait. New King James, that's a solid
You can't sleep
pick.
on it. You can't
Because
sleep
there
on
are
it.
so many
Yeah.
scriptures that you probably instinctively know in your soul that are actually
Yeah.
New King James.
Yeah,
So-
that's very true. I'll lock that in, and then I will lock in. Oh man. This might be a sleeper pick too.
I know what you're picking. Can I guess?
Yeah.
You're picking Amplified.
Yeah.
I
That
knew
was
it.
fine.
I knew it.
Well,
I'm not connected to us in any way.
No.
The Amplified translation.
Yeah. Well, we don't have time. Go ahead.
That's a great one.
So
The
my
best
top
part about
3
the best part about the Amplified translation is they will put in brackets some
Yeah.
additional explanations around certain words or phrases, and it
Yeah.
actually is super helpful. It's kind of having like footnotes like literally built in, or original language definitions like built in. It's
There's
super great.
still one good one out there.
Well, I have 2.
Okay.
I have 2 that I really like. I like here's what I would consider. I would consider the NASB with this pick. I would consider the KJV.
Oh, NASB's really good too.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid. Honestly, in this last pick, if you told me I could only have like one Bible forever,
Yeah.
I would consider the Message in this, which the Message is a paraphrase. It very clearly markets itself as a paraphrase. It does not try to hide and be anything else other than a paraphrase. Eugene Peterson wrote it as a paraphrase. I think if you were just trying, as long as you have a main Bible that is actually a translated version of the Bible,
Yeah.
I think the Message can be a really nice parallel
Agree.
to that.
I can agree with that.
alongside of it.
I can agree with
Okay?
that.
So if you told me I only had 3,
Bit of a hot take there, though.
and I already have
had.
I already have CSB and ESV, that could be a
Okay.
nice.
All right.
That could be a nice
kind of like how I took the
added to the
Amplified.
team.
Yeah. You're like, this
Yeah.
is a good.
Yeah, it could be a nice
Sleeper pick.
supplementary. Yeah,
that was.
but that's not my pick.
Oh.
My pick is the NLT.
Okay, that was.
It's the
That was
NLT.
the last remaining
And
one that I thought.
the
was
NLT
the sleeper pick.
The NLT is the first Bible I read cover to cover. So
It's so easy.
It's so easy to read.
It's written for what, a 4th grader?
I
or
don't
something.
remember.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to read. It's the Bible I most often recommend to people reading the Bible for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the Bible I read
Yep.
for the first time cover to cover.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would probably be it. We have one joint no.
We have a band list.
And there's
Yeah.
only one on
There's
it right now.
one Bible translation on it that we will not use. What is it?
Are we saying this? Are we talking about it?
You already teased it.
What if they come after us? Should we save it?
Let's save it. A little
We're gonna save it.
It's 3:00.
We will talk about it next week on Off the Record. You're going to hear our banned Bible translation.
Clock it.
We'll see you next week, 2 p.m.